With the launch of Polygon zkEVM, here is yet another layer 2 that we can play around with. I'll be showing you 3 different methods to bridge your funds over to this network, and stick around to the end as I show you the cheapest way of doing so. Here's something you may want to take note of when you are searching for the Polygon zkEVM bridge on Google. This first result will bring you to the testnet version of the zkEVM bridge. The testnet is different from the mainnet, which was the one that was recently launched, and the ETH tokens that you are using on this bridge will be coming from the Goerli testnet and not the Ethereum mainnet. You will also be bridging over to the zkEVM testnet, and that's not what we want to do. The very first way that we can bridge our funds over to the zkEVM is by using the official bridge by Polygon. There are actually 2 different interfaces for this bridge, but I would think it doesn't matter which platform you're actually using. Before you bridge your funds over, Polygon requires you to acknowledge this disclaimer where you are aware of the risks involved of using the Polygon zkEVM. I also caution you not to bridge too much of your funds over to this network as it's still currently in beta. This entire network is extremely new, and there could be a chance that they need to restart the network if they encounter any bugs. I would recommend that you only bridge over funds that you are willing to do, and it will be best not to bridge everything over to this brand new network. The main drawback of this Polygon bridge is that you are only able to bridge your funds from the Ethereum network to the zkEVM. The gas fees can be extremely high, and right now it goes up all the way till almost 15 USD worth of Ethereum. This can be extremely expensive, and it may not be really worth it if you are only bridging over a small amount of Ethereum. An alternative platform that you can consider is Orbital Finance, where it allows you to bridge your ETH token from any of these networks to the Polygon zkEVM. The gas fees you pay are much cheaper on networks like Polygon, Arbitrum or Optimism, and they should cost less than $1 to perform this bridging transaction. The official Polygon bridge allows you to bridge almost any token on the Ethereum mainnet. However, for Orbital Finance, you are only limited to bridging over the ETH token. For every transaction that you perform on Orbital Finance, they will charge a withholding fee of about 0.001 Ethereum. Another bridge that allows you to transfer funds over to the Polygon zkEVM is the multi-chain bridge. You can search for this network under the destination field, and similar to Orbital Finance, it seems that you are only able to bridge over Ethereum from other networks to the Polygon zkEVM. The fees that multi-chain charges are actually cheaper at about 0.0006 Ethereum, and this will be the estimated amount that you receive from this transaction. Although multi-chain is the cheaper option, I'm actually going to use Orbital Finance instead. This is because Orbital Finance has not released the token yet, so using this bridge to send your funds over may help you to be eligible for the future token airdrop. You can choose to bridge from the likes of any of these networks, but the network of choice that I'm using is Polygon. After looking through all of these details, you can confirm this transaction on MetaMask. So as compared to the $15 that you have paid if you use the Ethereum mainnet, I only need to pay 1 cent worth of Matic for this bridging transaction. All of my funds are being stored in my Ledger device, and this helps to add an extra layer of security where I need to confirm every transaction on this physical device. If you're interested in getting one of these hardware wallets, you can check out my link in the description below. Right now I'm confirming this transaction on my device, and the funds are now being sent from the Polygon network to the Polygon zkEVM. The transaction was actually extremely fast, and it took less than 5 minutes for my funds to be sent over to the zkEVM. Now that our funds are on the zkEVM network, we'll need to add this network to MetaMask first before we are able to view our funds. The fastest way of doing this is by going to this bridge, and you can click on this prompt to immediately add the network to your MetaMask wallet. The bridging transaction is successful, and now I have 0.025 Ethereum on the Polygon zkEVM. One thing that you may want to take note of is that the native token on the Polygon zkEVM is ETH and not Matic. If you're familiar with the Polygon mainnet, you pay your gas fees in the form of the Matic tokens. In the case of the Polygon zkEVM, Ethereum is the native token, so you'll be using ETH to pay for any of your gas fees. One of the first decentralized applications that were built on the Polygon zkEVM is the OVIX protocol, and this is a lending protocol that is somewhat similar to the likes of Aave or Venus. You can deposit any of these 4 tokens as collateral, and this will allow you to borrow any of these tokens at these current APYs. So right now I'll just be showing you a transaction where I supply my Ethereum. Currently the gas fees are quite expensive on this network, where it cost me almost $3 worth of Ethereum to just process this one transaction. Polygon did mention in this tweet that the gas fees will be lowered once there are more users on this network. This is most probably how the zkEVM works, and hopefully the fees will be much cheaper once there are more users and decentralized applications on this network. Another zkEVM layer 2 that you can try out is zkSync Era, and check out my guide here where I show you how to bridge your funds over to that network as well.